Hello creatives, welcome to another tutorial session by Simplified Arenas. In today's class, we are going to be learning how to cut an object out of another object in Photoshop. In the course of this tutorial, I'll be showing you some tricks only known by industry experts, so you might want to stay tuned to the end of this video. So without further ado, let's get started. So we start by opening Photoshop. So after opening Photoshop, we are going to create a new document. We create a new document by going to the File menu on the menu bar and clicking on New. When we click on New, pop-up menu appears, and from this pop-up menu, we can choose a variety of document sizes inbuilt into Photoshop. So we can choose photo sizes here. We have print sizes for print media such as A4, A5, art and illustration, web, mostly used by UI/UX designers, mobile, films and video, and so on and so forth. But today we are going to be using a custom dimension of 1080 by 1080 pixels because that is the dimension most suitable for social media. So to input our default dimensions, we come here right to this box here and we input our dimensions. The width here will be 1080 pixels and the height will be 1080 pixels. If your dimensions are not in pixels, you can just click this drop down right here and you select pixels. In this drop down, we can select the unit for the dimensions. For today, we'll be working with pixels. And then we click create. And our blank document has been created. So we are going to import an image into this document. The image will help you better see the results of what we are going to be learning today. So to import an image into Photoshop, I'm just going to drag the image and drop into Photoshop. I will start by minimizing Photoshop. Then I drag the image I want to import into Photoshop to the Photoshop icon on this status bar. I drop the image into Photoshop, then I can resize the image by holding and dragging on these transform points here. I will resize the image to the point to how I want it to look like. And when I'm done, I click on this stick right here on the task bar. So to draw a circle in Photoshop, we simply select the ellipse tool and then we hold shift and then we draw the circle. After drawing the circle, I want to change the fill color to white. I will change it on the properties panel right here. If you don't have the properties panel, you go to Windows and you check this tick beside properties. After checking it, the properties panel will appear on your workspace. So this is my properties panel here. As I said, I don't want a stroke. So I come here and I select no color for the stroke. And that is my circle. So what I want to do now is I want to insert the shape I will be cutting out of the circle. The shape I will be using will be the shape of an ape. So to insert an ape, I come here to the ellipse tool right here and I click on this drop down arrow here. I click and hold on that drop down arrow. Then I select custom shape tool. And then after selecting custom shape tool, I go to the task bar where we have set shape to create. We click on this drop down arrow here and then we select wild animals. So we choose the one we want to draw. In this case, we'll be drawing an ape. So I come here on the ape and I click on it. After clicking on the ape, I'll draw it on the workspace. So I just draw it on the workspace like so. And that is the ape. Now I want to change the color of the ape. So that it will be easier for me to tell the difference between the ape and the circle. So to change the color of the ape, I take the path selection tool. After selecting the path selection tool, I go to fill here on the task bar and I choose a color for the ape. In this case, we'll be using black. So now the ape is black. And then I will drag the ape and drop over the circle on the position I want the ape to be. Then I want to align the ape to the center of the circle. I will do that by going to the layers panel. I don't have a layers panel right here. So I will go to Windows, then I check this tick beside the layers. And my layers panel appear. I'm just going to minimize this properties panel. So my layers panel has appeared. On the layers panel, I can see all my layers. This is the image right here. This is the ellipse here. And this is the ape right here. So I select the ellipse and the ape by holding shift on my keyboard and selecting the ellipse and the ape. Then on the toolbar, I align horizontal centers and I also align vertical centers. So now to cut the ape shape out of the ellipse, still with the ape and the ellipse selected, I go to layer, I go to combine shapes, and I go to subtract front from shape. Subtract front from shape simply means that the ape layer, this is the ape layer in front, and the ellipse layer is behind the ape layer. So I'm going to subtract the front layer from the back layer, or from the shape layer. The shape layer here is the ellipse layer. So after I do that, you see that I have cut the ape out of the ellipse, and now you can see the background through the ellipse. I want the ellipse to be white, so I just take my path selection tool, I click on fill up on the taskbar, and I select a white fill. And guys, thanks for guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. And guys, thanks for watching. And that is how you cut the shape out of another shape in Photoshop. So guys, thank you for watching. Do well to like our video and subscribe to our channel, and see you at our next tutorial session.